All right, so today they're going to give us 2 points. Let's just make up 2 points. 2, 4, and 4, 8. We'll make it easy. And they're going to ask me to find the distance from this point to this point. Now, if we took a look at the graph, two, 4 would be here. There's my first point. 4, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, up here to 8 is this point. We're going to find the distance from here to here. Are you with me? Now, you got 2 options. Watch what I'm about to form. What kind of triangle? How do we know it's right? Well, since I went straight up and straight over, those 2 lines are perpendicular. There is a 90 right here. Are you with me? We don't have to prove it. They don't have to say it. It's there. Well, let's count. How long is this side? 4. How long is this side?
2.
Couldn't we do a squared plus b squared equals c squared?
Yes.
And let's do a little math. What's 2 squared?
4.
What's 4 squared?
16.
What's 16 plus 14? ¿No comprende? 20.
20.
20. And then is 20 my answer?
No.
What do we do? Square root it. Type it into your calculator. What is the square root of 20?
4.4.
You sure? Yeah. Okay. She sounded pretty confident. So would y'all agree the answer is 4.4? Okay, now that's kind of a pain in the buttocks to draw it on the graph and count the sides every time. Do you have graph paper? No, but here's a little formula, and I want you to see how the formula is going to relate to what we just did. Watch. Here's the formula to find distance. D equals square root. Under the square root, we want x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. This little formula will do the exact same thing we just did without having to draw the graph. All right, isn't this my first point they give me? So this is what? X1 and? That is not an X. That's Y1. Where are you going? Quit going to Johnson City after school, kids. Doesn't help. What is this one?
X2.
What's this?
Y2.
Good. Let's plug in the numbers where they go. Let's do the X's first. What's the second X?
4.
Minus?
2.
Okay. Let's do the second Y.
8.
Minus?
4.
Square. Now keep in mind, we're going to take the square root at the very end. We're not going to square root until the very end. Kind of like we square rooted at the very end here. All right, what's 8 minus 4?
4.
What's 4 minus 2?
2.
Now let's stop and look for a minute. What number did we get right here?
2 squared. 2 squared.
What number did we get right here?
4.
And so what's 2 squared?
4.
What's 4 squared? What's 4 plus 16? Holy Toledo, it's the exact same thing. Weird. Is there like spooky ghosts in here? No, it's just math. So we would get the exact same answer as we got over there. 4.4, we get 4.4 over here. Or D, the distance equals 4.4. So notice, all you really got to do, kids, let's clean this up in our brain. we're going to subtract the x's. We're going to subtract the y's. Once we do that, we're going to then square it. And once we square it, this is the length of A or B. This is the other length of A or B. And we're going to continue like we would. 2 squared is 4, 4 squared is 16, add them together, square root of 20, done. Okay. So really, what is this? What is all that? No. What do we call it? What did we just do over there? What do we call that over there? This is really Pythagorean's theorem. Are you with me? Doesn't look like it, but it is. It gives me the exact same math. All right, let's do another one. Let's change up the numbers. I'm going to put some negatives in there because negatives, Ariel talking. Negatives are what get you, so be careful with the negatives. Let's go negative 3, 6, and 2, 10. All right, we need to subtract the x's. So what's the second x? 2. Minus the first.
-3.
Minus -3. Let's go ahead and change that to a plus 3. Got it. Okay. What's the second y?
10.
Minus the first.
6.
All right. What is 2 plus 3? 5 squared. What's 10 minus 6? 4 squared. What's 5 squared plus 4 squared? Or what's 5 squared?
25.
Plus 4 squared?
16.
What's 25 plus 16?
41.
So we need to take the square root of 41 to get our final answer here. What is our final answer?
6.4.
6.4. Questions? Stop me if you're confused. It's kind of like the slope formula. You remember when we had to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1? We're still doing y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, but now once we do that math, we're going to square it and then add them together. So let's do one more. Distance formula is actually pretty easy. Since we've already done the slope formula, and you know how to do y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, blah, 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 blah. All right, I'm going to make it really hard. I'm going to make them all negative. Sure. All right, what number is x2, Skylar?
-4.
Good. Minus, Leandra, what is x1?
-9.
Try again. x1 is not, I don't see a -9 anywhere. I got it labeled. Which one has x1 next to it? Or under it? -10. What do we do right here with this minus -10? Plus 10. Sweet. And we're going to square that in a minute. What's y2, Emma Ledesma?
y2.
y2.
-5.
Minus, what's y1, Isabella? What?
-2.
-2. What do I do with these twos? Negatives? All right, what's -4 plus 10?
6.
6. What's -5 plus 2?
3.
-3. Now you need to be careful here. What's -3 squared? Gavin?
-1.7.
We're squaring.
Oh.
It's not -9. You lied. Please do not lie to me.
Calculator.
You lied. Calculator lied because you lied to the calculator.
+9.
It's +9. What's 6 squared?
36.
Now, if you typed this into your calculator just like this, you are the sinner. Are you with me? You told the calculator to square 3, which is 9, and multiply 9 times a negative. Is that what Coach Murphree has written right here? You might want to tell the calculator to square -3, and then it will not lie to you. It lied to you because you lied to it. Are you with me? Don't be liars. Liars are no good. And by the way, you really shouldn't need a calculator. What is -3 times another -3? It's +9. Always been +9. Never will be -9. So what's 36 plus 9?
45.
And now what is the square root of 45?
6.7.
6.7? Questions? Any questions? So be careful with the negatives, especially right here. Once you square it, this number will never be negative, ever. When you square a number, it's never negative. It's always positive. Bye-bye.